가을 눈가 베이셨어요?
Their house may be damaged. The only thing you can do is get your car and get out.
Southern California's Christmas storm is here, and paradise has suddenly turned dangerous. Right now, while families are wrapping presents, hanging lights, and preparing holiday feasts, a massive weather system is brewing off the Pacific coast. Emergency crews are doubling their staff, evacuation orders are already being issued, and everyone is bracing for what could be catastrophic. This is not your usual winter drizzle. This is the kind of storm that can transform calm, peaceful neighborhoods into raging rivers in just hours. The timing couldn't be worse. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are about to become a fight between human resilience and nature's fury. What makes this storm terrifying isn't just the rain, it's where it's going to fall. Those gorgeous hillside communities, with their sweeping views, are sitting on loose soil and ash left behind by recent wildfires. It's like nature has placed a powder keg under the homes, and one heavy downpour could set it off. Meteorologists are using terms like atmospheric river and bomb cyclone. But what do those mean for the millions of people in its path? Think of it as nature pointing a fire hose directly at Southern California. We are potentially talking about receiving a year's worth of rainfall in only 72 hours. That's not just rain, it's a deluge of biblical proportions. Some areas could see up to 17 inches of rain, which is more than many desert communities get in 5 years, all falling in less than 3 days. Already, at least 17 people are reported dead across California. Heavy rains and strong winds are striking the state, and nearly the entire area is under flood watches. Trees have fallen. Mudslides are sweeping through neighborhoods. People are trapped where major roads have failed. The south-facing mountain slopes are especially vulnerable, with rainfall accumulation that would make Seattle jealous. And here's where it gets worse. Remember those devastating wildfires that ripped through California in recent years? Those scorched burn areas, once protective forests, have now become death traps. Without trees and vegetation to hold the soil in place, these slopes are like massive mudslides waiting to happen. Add rain, and it becomes a recipe for disaster. Emergency teams are not taking chances. Ventura County alone has deployed 50 extra personnel, including specialized swiftwater rescue teams. These aren't your average first responders. They are highly trained experts who know exactly how to pull people from raging torrents. The fact they're being stationed ahead of time shows just how serious this storm is. Evacuation orders paint a sobering picture. Entire communities are being told to leave immediately. Not tomorrow, not when it gets worse, but right now. Silverado Canyon, Majeska Canyon, Williams Canyon. These aren't just names on a map. These are real neighborhoods where families have built their lives, and they're being forced to abandon everything and run. The storm's timing is particularly cruel. Tourists who fled storms in Oregon, hoping to escape for a sunny California holiday, now find themselves trapped in an even worse situation. One couple from Portland thought they were escaping one atmospheric river only to drive straight into California's version. It's ironic, almost funny, if it weren't so dangerous. The storm system itself is technically complex. There aren't just one, but two atmospheric rivers. The first hits tonight through tomorrow afternoon and is already packing fierce winds that can topple trees and heavy rainfall rates that can overwhelm drainage systems. Just when people think it's over, round two will arrive on Thursday and Friday, and the danger will continue. Local authorities are pleading with residents to take this seriously. The message is simple. If you see moving water, do not even think about driving through it. Just 6 inches of flowing water is enough to sweep away a car. 6 inches, less than the height of a curb, can turn a 2-ton vehicle into a floating toy. Preparation efforts reveal the storm's massive scale. Residents are filling hundreds of sandbags, reinforcing doors, clearing gutters, and securing anything that could become a deadly projectile in high winds. In one creek area, the ground literally gave way, forming a 6-foot hole. Thankfully, the person survived. debris has started cascading down the mountainside. One resident in Altadena, who lost his home in a recent fire, is now desperately trying to save what remains of his property from flooding. He's already placed 80 sandbags and estimates he needs at least 10 more. The race against time is intense and palpable. Emergency management officials are using every tool available. Digital evacuation maps update in real time. Emergency alert systems ping phones across the region, and social media is flooded with warnings. Yet, despite all this technology, the fundamental message is urgent and clear. Leave now, stay safe, and do not underestimate what this storm can do. The situation in Southern California remains primitive and extremely dangerous, and the message is clear. Get to higher ground or get out immediately, because the challenges this storm will create are monumental. With storm drains built for normal rainfall quickly overwhelmed, roads turning into rushing rivers, power lines collapsing, and cell towers potentially failing. And this isn't fear-mongering. It's the reality when a year's worth of water arrives over a single weekend. What makes it even more unpredictable is the embedded thunderstorm potential inside the atmospheric river. Pockets of extreme instability that can drop inches of rain in minutes, creating flash floods with virtually no warning, turning streets from passable lanes to raging torrents that carry cars, debris, and anything else in their path in seconds and straight ahead. This is historic flooding, the kind that goes back to the first records of weather in the region, while the human stories emerging are heartbreaking. Families who survived wildfires now face another disaster, packing emergency bags, making impossible decisions about what to save and what to leave behind. And the psychological toll of repeated evacuations can't be overstated. Mountain communities face special challenges, with ski resorts shutting down during their busiest season, slopes turning from places of joy to danger zones where unstable conditions and avalanche risks rise, and the economic impact ripples through towns that depend on holiday tourism, while emergency shelters open but have limited capacity, urging those with alternative options to leave now, because hotels are filling fast and roads passable today might be completely cut off tomorrow. So the window for safe evacuation is rapidly closing. And the science behind these atmospheric rivers is both fascinating and terrifying, with moisture superhighways in the sky carrying water vapor equivalent to 25 times the flow of the Mississippi River, which, when it hits California's mountains, gets wrung out like a sponge, reshaping landscapes, while public works crews work around the clock to clear debris basins and storm channels. But after years of drought, the ground is hard and won't absorb water fast enough. So the first rain creates immediate runoff, and by the time soil softens, it's already saturated, adding to the flooding. And wildlife is also at risk, with animals like mountain lions and bears being pushed into neighborhoods they usually avoid, creating another layer of danger in an already complex emergency, while transportation networks brace for shutdowns, with major highways through mountain passes likely closing, urban underpasses, and low-lying roads becoming death traps. And for those on hills, there's a small comfort. But anyone trying to travel on Christmas Eve morning should forget it entirely. The long-term implications are severe, with hillsides stripped by fire and eroded by floods remaining unstable. For years, infrastructure needing major rebuilding, homes requiring extensive repairs, and landscapes permanently altered. And as darkness falls tonight, Southern California holds its breath, emergency responders in place, sandbags stacked, evacuation centers ready. But survival ultimately depends on the decisions people make in the next few hours, with those who heed warnings watching destruction from safety, while those who don't risk becoming part of the stories nobody wants to tell. And the contrast between what Christmas should be and what it will be couldn't be starker, with families huddled in shelters instead of around trees, emergency crews unpacking rescue equipment instead of presents, and meals replaced with cots and hot food, all showing that this storm represents not only physical destruction, but timing, scope, and the cruel irony of water wreaking havoc on a state already struggling, reminding everyone that nature does not care about calendars, plans, or holidays. And as the first drops hit harder across the region, the real test begins. Will preparations be enough? Will warnings be taken seriously? Will communities come together to help neighbors? And over the next 72 hours, those questions will be answered in ways nobody wants to imagine. So for everyone in harm's way, the message is simple and urgent. Don't wait, don't assume you'll be fine, don't become a statistic, because the storm of the decade is here, bringing a Christmas nobody will forget. And the time for action is not tomorrow, it is right now. And that's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.